Welcome to the Two Random Podcast. Tired of subscribing to 100 different podcasts?
Yeah.
SirXpress and ISpeakMotivate eliminate boredom while giving you their commentary on breaking news, movies, music, and so much more.
Going down, man.
Subscribe today and rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts now.
I always follow them.
Random is the only solution. Two Random Podcast starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, beautiful people.
Welcome again. I am SirXpress.
I'm ISpeakMotivate.
And today we're going to bring you a little bit something different.
Something different. As you know, or may not know, we are from the A. Well, actually, he's from Kansas City, my husband. But I'm from the A of Grady, baby, everybody. Now, we gonna promote something, because something's coming to the A next week. Because I know y'all like, bro, what we gonna do next week? What we gonna do? But we got something for you. Somebody actually sent us something in the DMs, and we encourage y'all to do this to promote an event that's coming on next week. So what is it?
It's called Denver Day Weekend here in Atlanta from July 26th to July 28th, 2019, with performances by the likes of Young Doe, Cool Quay, and World Movement, and many more.
There's a $20 entry. Doors open at 8 o'clock. And this is going to occur at the Atrium, 3247, 5479 Memorial Drive, Stone Mountain, Georgia, 30083. Now, not even that is going to be it, because on July the 27th at noon, hosted by BC Music, there is going to be a Denver Day 2009 school supplies drive.
Now, it's going to be at Cliftondale Park, 4645 Butner Road. School supplies and clear backpacks will be collected for low-income families in need. Let's give back to the community, 303 family, and please bring items to the park. God bless.
Now, to close up the banging weekend is the 303 404. It's going to be a day
party comedy show.
And that's going to be Sunday, July the 28th, 2019. The show starts at 2:30 p.m. and admission is $15.
Hosted by Boomerang, with performances by E-Man, Ajidon, and Money Jonesy.
And this is going to occur at the M Bar Ultra Lounge at the 186 Auburn Avenue Northeast, Atlanta, Georgia, 30303. So we'd love to see you guys there. Let them know, first off, that Two Random Podcast sent you. Let it be known that the Two Random Podcast sent you. But you know what? We about to go into our topic today. And what's going on, man, in the Appiverse?
Oh, man. It's a whole lot of drama from this new app. Who would have thought so much would come from this? We are talking about Faceapp.
Faceapp is going under fire for privacy issues. Chuck Schumer said the FBI and FTC must look into the national security and privacy risks now, because millions of Americans have used it. It is owned by a Russia-based company, and users are required to provide full, irrevocable access to their personal photos.
Now, in this situation, I just feel like it may be a situation where they're just doing a little too much. I think they're reaching a little bit too much into it just because of our relationship with Russia. Let's just be honest. They want it to be a situation where, Russia's just trying to take us out, and so they're going to get our cell phone and all our research information. They're going to bomb every single person. I don't think it's that. I think this is an app that somebody thought of and they wanted to put it out there.
Now, the situation is that the senator wrote, "It would be deeply troubling if the sensitive personal information of U.S. citizens was provided to a hostile foreign power actively engaged in cyber hostilities against the United States," Schumer said in a letter to the FBI and Federal Trade Commission. So he's really speaking out about this. He's like, look, these are not our allies at all. So we do need to go into this, look into this deeper than we are. This isn't fun and games. They're using entertainment to destroy our country, which is his premise on this. So that's why he wants to get in on this. However, this is the situation. I believe that everybody already has our information, because as we talk about all the time, it seems like you whisper in your brain, "I want some Chipotle." All of a sudden, you have
commercials talking about, "Hi, thanks for doing this and this and that, and hey, go get you some Chipotle." What?
Right, and you're trying to figure it out. You're like, oh, you talk out to your friends, "Girl, I want some red bottoms." Then you have all these red bottom commercials on your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram coming up. Think about going to Fashion Nova. There we go. And that's not even you typing nothing in. That's just, I believe they're listening to, but that's a whole big other thing, because to me, at first I was like, man, people are like,
are you
crazy.
A conspiracy theorist?
I know, it seems like it. It's like,
but
then crazy people be the ones that be right at the end. Don't you notice that every movie that crazy person was telling them the truth the whole time, and then the other people end up destroyed because they're like, oh, that never could happen. But I just had proof, because it's not, and you have proof too, because when we talk about stuff, then all of a sudden we don't type it in or anything or search it in, and all of a sudden it comes up and it's specific. It's specific.
Like we were talking about, what was it?
It was houses. It was houses one time. Wanting to buy a house.
Next thing you know, here come a thing for Zillow.
Right.
And I'm like,
all these
what?
real estate agents. I'm like, okay, look.
First and foremost, whenever we move, we already have a real estate agent in mind. You know what I mean?
Right, but then it's just like, at the end of the day, is this app truly going to be that much of a threat to society? There's millions of apps out there, and millions of Americans and people worldwide have been giving the information. So to be honest, all our stuff is out there already. This is too late. He probably should have did this when the first app came out to regulate it, to streamline it from the beginning, but now it's too late.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I mean, it should have been a prevention before the apps were rolled out back in the day, but now I don't know.
It's a thing where at the end of the day, they're going to look at you like, oh, so you coming after me just because I'm in Russia, but you didn't stop these other people over here who also asked for the same information I'm asking for?
And the thing is, it is jacked up. Because it's like, okay, I can just happen to come from Russia and I have a dream, like you said. I just have a dream. I'm a great app developer and I want to utilize this and have something to go viral and to be very successful. And that could be just the person's motives, just the company's motives. And then also the owner was saying the information isn't even sent to the government in Russia or in Russia, I believe, at all. It's not housed in Russia at all. I had to check and read again.
The guy who made it is from Russia, but they're stating that he's actually from, or not from, but lives here in the United States. So at the end of the day, he's like, look here, dude. Y'all doing too much on this thinking right now. We were just making an app to be fun.
Just to have fun. And the situation is, like I said, with the regulation, they should have did this before the first app came out. They should have did prevention. If they wanted to have the government streamline it, they should have done that before the first app came out and had all the phone companies or whoever telecommunications to sit down and be like, this are the restrictions before you allow an app to be on iTunes, Apple Buy, I don't know what it's called, or Google Play.
You talking about the Apple
Google Play,
iTunes Store?
Yeah, iTunes Store, all of that. Like, we should have been did that a long time ago. I just think it's too late.
Regulation should have been in when they first started. Not now that this Russian app is out and people are loving it. Like, come on now.
Gave our information up.
Our information has been being used by people for the longest, and at the end of the day, that's how they target you for what they think that you're going to want to buy.
But this is the other thing too, to be honest. Now, this situation, someone can be part of a terrorist group here in the United States and create an app to do the same thing.
True.
And to get people's information, and they could flow less, on the radar, because it seems like they're a U.S. citizen, and say they're smart where they don't have, information like that propaganda, terrorist propaganda, or anything around them, but this is what they do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's a thing where, people in Russia
aren't all the same.
Exactly. And also, not only that, but it's a thing where just because I'm from Russia don't mean anything, because it could be an American person that's the one giving the information to Russia rather than somebody from Russia because they thought America was a better place. So at the end of the day, it's all becomes a thing of perception. And if perception is triggered in the wrong way, then that's what it's going to become. And so that's what I think this is he has a perception of it because of the relationship we have with Russia. Yeah,
that's what it is. But the thing is like we were saying, somebody can fly up under the radar. They can be American born. Do you know how many terrorists they had that flew over and became a part of ISIS? Mm-hmm. Like, they became over and became a part of ISIS because they hated America. Okay? And so it's just a thing where I understand where he's coming from and for security reasons and things like that based on the relationship. However, while we're going on a wild goose chase, it could be someone right here in America planning the biggest thing ever.
Exactly.
So we need to look into all. That's important. We need to look at all things to see what all apps are doing, and they need to regulate all of them if they're trying to do this to protect people. But to me, like I said, we're several years down the line with apps, and several of our information, or if not all of our data, has been transferred multiple millions of times.
Exactly.
4 years. So at this point, I'm just like, kind of too late. But you guys, let us know what you think about our data. Are you kind of thinking like me and SirXpress on the part of, it's like, look, it's kind of too late. We had these apps for a long period of time, and I pretty much feel like they have what they have anyway.
Exactly.
Or you feel on the opposite way of like, he's on the right track and he should be, and of course he should be making sure that Americans are safe. However, is he blowing this out of proportion, or he doesn't make sure this regulation is equal? So we love you guys so much.
And guys, please give us a 5 all day on Apple Podcasts. Thanks again for watching, and join us in different day.